What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be talking about seasonal gifts. I'm Dan Gorfinkel with eXp Realty, and make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to these videos. I'm coming at you every single week with my best stuff. Been in the business for almost 20 years. I've sold hundreds of homes and have helped countless agents get on their A game and do everything they can for their clients, and in turn sell a lot of homes. And so this week I'm going to focus on seasonal gifts. With the holidays coming up, we're kind of right in the middle of the holidays, and every season matters, but if we started off with kind of Christmas time or the holiday season, December, what I do every single year is I make sure that I give really cool gifts to the great clients I have. We had a team photo a few months back, include a really good card, making sure that we're having the team together. Put that out there. So I'm sending cards out to past clients. I'm submitting special gifts over to them, sending those out there, and just making sure I put my best foot forward and keep in touch with people. It's highly critical to do that in this business. And obviously, if you're kind of keeping up with other real estate agents out there, one thing to do is make sure you're giving out the holiday gifts, be it Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, what have you. It's the holiday season right now. And then kind of leading into that, a lot of people have been giving out pumpkin pies or apple pies during Thanksgiving. That's a really great idea as well. I know people who are going ahead and just driving house to house giving out pies. That's turned out a lot of positive stuff for their business. And I'm going to kind of launch into some other aspects of what I do throughout the course of the year. Make sure you stick around through the end of this video. I'll be sharing a couple different stories that have taken place as a result of these seasonal gifts. One thing before I forget, there is a book called Fanatical Prospecting. It's by a guy named Jeb Blount, and he put together a book. I've actually seen this guy speak up on stage, and it really just kind of launches into the very specifics of what you need to do to maintain client base, and not just prospect, not just cold call and just calling random people, but it's really a matter of kind of percolating that database of yours. So like I said, the holiday season is upon us. Make sure you're doing what you can as far as gifts are concerned and holiday cards. Backing into or leading into that, you've got Thanksgiving, and then once we kind of get into the new year, obviously there's funny little isms that you can do as far as keeping it current and keeping it seasonal with people. Whether it's Valentine's Day or St. Patty's Day, all these Hallmark holidays, there's always a good excuse to give your people something. There's always a reason to kind of stay ahead of it and stay engaged with your people. I think the one thing I've always thought of is having an excuse, not just from a market update standpoint, not just because you're telling people like, here's how the market's going, here's the trend of things, and here's how the interest rates are, but it's also looking for an excuse to just kind of buddy up with them. You can pop by their house, give them a small gift if it's, let's say, springtime, so it's time to like plant a garden. You can do stuff like that where you're giving them, whatever, seeds to grow some flowers, anything, vegetable gardens, anything you can think of to be creative. So that's kind of like the early part of the year. And then once you get into like the summer months, you can stop by with whatever. It can be anything. It can be a beach chair. It doesn't really matter. Just to kind of know that you're in their thoughts. And the whole goal of it is not just to keep them on board as clients, but have them refer you. I mean, that's the nature of our business, right? Somebody buys a home and they kind of fade into oblivion, and then you hope to hear from them again when it comes time to sell the property, but you never know for sure. So you really want to make sure that you're doing your best, doing your part to stay in front of them, making sure that the gifts are kind of a little mini reminder. Who doesn't like to get something either in the mail or like in person? You show up and you bring them something, it's going to make their day. I mean, it's very obvious. I know that that's a pretty clear statement, but when you're out there and you're competing with other real estate agents to earn the business and trust and respect of your clients, because you never know, even if they bought with you and they loved you, they could stray. They could go to somebody else when it comes time to sell. When they're looking to that second home, or they're looking to have an upgrade or a step up, you want to make sure that you're keeping in front of them. So one kind of cool, for instance, was a couple years back, I gave a really, really awesome, I think it was like not caramel popcorn, but it was something along those lines where I thought it was just kind of your generic holiday gift. And somebody loved it so much that they actually referred me. They shared it, like I guess it was tea time for a couple of seniors, and they went ahead and shared it with their their neighbors, and their neighbors ended up reaching out to me. It's like, oh, I love that. It was a really nice touch, and they ended up working with me. So crazier things can happen, but kind of putting it out there like that, it's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea to kind of think about what the best, highest and best use of your money is. You're going to have expenses in this business, and I think if you kind of direct your funds the right way, and especially during seasonal times a year, that will really resonate with people, and that's something that you'll earn client business because of that. So just being a good person, being somebody who's thoughtful, and making sure that you stay connected with everybody is a surefire way to make sure that you not only retain your clients, but are getting referrals. You got to always remember, you're in this business and you're going to have expenses, and you have to have the mentality that you got to spend money to make money, and you have to stay in touch with your best people, because if you don't do it, you'll be starting from scratch every single year. And we know that how hard that is. We know that there's no guarantees in this business, but if you have an opportunity where you're going to go ahead and put yourself out there and brighten somebody's day in the meantime, then it's worth it. One other kind of sidelight, in addition to general gifts, I'm always making sure that I'm giving to charities on behalf of my clients. If they're competing in a let's say the Pan Am, or I forget what it is, it's like a bike challenge that goes from Boston to Cape Cod every year, I'm making sure that I'm going ahead and contributing to that. Or if it's multiple sclerosis, I'm contributing to that. Or even my university, I contribute to that. So any reason that you can give to not only give their clients gifts, but if you support their cause, it can be for Alzheimer's, it can be for anything out there, obviously, that somebody has a cause and they want support from you, especially as a real estate agent. We have the opportunity to improve people's very existence. So I think that's something, as well as kind of branching off the topic a little bit, but it's a really good thing that kind of comes full circle, because if you have the giving spirit and the giving mentality, doesn't matter what time of year it is, doesn't matter what the occasion is, if you can find an excuse to go ahead and give them something that's going to make them feel special, that's really what it's all about. One other thing that I was going to say is obviously make sure you hit that like button, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I'm coming at you every single week with my best stuff, the stuff that has caused me to sell countless homes over many, many years, and to continue to keep a fresh outlook on things, an optimistic outlook. You can always reach out to me, 617-820-8085. I'd love to hear from you. And as far as any specific business ideas or gift-giving ideas, I'd love to keep that fresh with you as well. So by all means, hit me up. Happy to bounce anything back and forth. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you again next week. Thanks again, Dan Gorfinkel.